Whoa, Stan Lee passed. I usually just stick to just trying to entertain you guys here on my channel, but Stan Lee, I have so much respect for, and what he did in this world, I don't feel like the average person really comprehends how much he saved the world, which I know is a great choice of words for that, because he created so many of the heroes and superheroes we know and love. So I'm just going to talk about him. It's going to be kind of just raw me talking about Stan Lee, and if you guys want to, if you guys want to listen, that's up to you. So I'll be back. I actually have a normal video coming out later today, but this is just for Stan Lee. This is just a raw, my thoughts on Stan Lee. I was about to work with Stan Lee. Not many people know this, unless you're like my friend, but yeah, I was going to do a video with Stan Lee years back. This skateboard right here that you're seeing, my buddy Angel Acevedo, his skateboard company, did a collaboration with Stan Lee, which I have it downstairs. I have a limited edition signed Stan Lee deck. There's only 25 of them made, and now it means the world that I have that. And I was supposed to do a Comic-Con booth with Stan Lee. Like, I was going to interview him, I was going to hang out with him, and I was terrified. I could do a video with your average celebrity, whatever that is, like Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp, all those dudes, and that would be cool, and that would be rad, especially if, I really appreciated their work, but I wouldn't be that scared to do it. But with Stan Lee, I was terrified, okay? This is a dude that his entire life, he's created things that motivated people and gave them hope. And, I feel like when you're young and you have dreams and wild fantasies and adventures and a hope of being more, a dream of being more than you are, that is priceless. And that kind of forms you into who you're going to be. So I know you see all these heroes, Spider-Man, X-Men, Black Panther, all of these rad heroes, and you just think it's just fun, entertaining stuff. But like, this is the stuff that shaped me. I want to, when I grew up, if I even did, when I was like, what do I want to be when I grow up? It came to be like, well, I just want to have fun and like hopefully put positivity in the world and make someone else's life a better place. That's kind of like how I view life. Like, I want to make the world a better place than it was before I got here. And that might seem egotistical, but it's like when it comes down to like, what's my point here on Earth? To spread positivity, that's what I want to do. Okay, so if that sounds egotistical, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to talk and not sound too crazy. But Stan Lee, I mean, he did that to me, and he's doing it to my son, Ryden. Ryden, like, he wants to have a Spider-Man birthday, and he said he wants to be Spider-Man when he grows up. And it was funny. We were in the car the other night, and my wife was like, well, here's Ryden wanting to say he wants to be actual Spider-Man. He doesn't want to be the actor for Spider-Man. He wants to be Spider-Man. And I'm like, dude, Ryden, people told me when I set out to do what I'm doing that I couldn't do it and I was crazy. Who am I to tell you that you can't do the impossible? And I feel like what Stan Lee created is kind of that idea. And it's not just me. Like, I wasn't the first generation to get inspired by Captain America and Black Widow and all of these rad superheroes. There was generations before me. So his whole life, he's been creating people that have been inspired to go from being a Spider-Man fan to living their own life and trying to be a good guy and beat the bad guys in their own metaphorical way. And then those people that grew up from Stan Lee's creation went to possibly do something of their own that inspired other people. So like the web that Stan Lee created is just mind-blowing. And I don't even comprehend how much of a reach Stan Lee has had and how much he has changed the lives and saved this world and put purely positivity into it. So when Stan Lee passed, I was like, it was weird, because a lot of times when people really mean something to me, I like have to sit down and it kind of hits me. And with Stan Lee, I was like, that's terrible. But this is like, I just want to celebrate his life, And I don't know, maybe just make people stop and think just what Stan Lee has done and the positive effect by making a superhero and changing 10 people's lives, and then those people grow into 10 super people that have such a good positive outreach, and they're inspiring, motivating, and then they all of those 10 people create 10 more people. So to what Stan Lee has done to this world, it's just incomprehensible. To call him a legend is an understatement. He's one of the greats. He's one of the people you should be learning about in school and saying, look what he did to this world, okay? He wasn't one of the people that spread racism and bigotry. He just spread positivity, and he had a voice, you know, little girls, they could see these superhero women. Like, I can do that too. What he built was beautiful. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You know, everyone knows one of his superheroes he created. And it doesn't matter who you are. You can take something from it and just look outside and say, I can do this. I can be bigger than I am. Doesn't matter, boy or girl, color your skin. None of that mattered in his world. And that's beautiful. What we're seeing on the screen these days, it's all because of him, and it spreads equality, and anyone, no matter who you are, you can get out there and be something and try to save the day in your own way. It just inspires hope. Stan Lee did so much more for this world so I just want to say thank you. I just wanted to make a video just spitting my randomness out about Stan Lee, and don't sit here and be bummed. He wouldn't want that. I don't know him. In fact, the thing where I was supposed to work with him, I didn't even finish my story. He got a cold. He was old then, and he got a cold, so he had to just sit Comic-Con out. And I was actually kind of relieved. As much as I wanted to meet Stan Lee, I was like, he's too amazing. Like, how do I meet somebody like that? So thank you, Stan Lee. I'm celebrating it. Okay, look. I got my Spider-Man. Hoodie on. I can go full on Spider-Man in this, okay? It doesn't look that cool. You know, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, they make it look way better than me. Okay? I'm celebrating today. Boy, I look like a bad 80s movie. And then right over there, look, I got the King, T'Challa, looking down on my kitchen. I just moved. So celebrate it. Watch an MCU movie, grab a comic book, play the new Spider-Man game, or whatever old game you have sitting around, and celebrate Stan Lee. This is just a video I wanted to put up in respect of him and thanking him. But he's epic. He's like a myth. Not many people come around as good as Stan Lee these days. So he's not going anywhere. You're gonna see him in those MCU movies, and his legend will never die. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to do this. Thank you. Let me know your memories and what Stan Lee meant to you down below. But hope. You can do anything you want to do. Go out there and be a superhero. I'm out. Spider-Man, look, I'm really Spider-Man'd out right now. In fact, this box that I'm filming on, it's an Infinity Gauntlet. It's an Infinity Gauntlet box. If you're new to my channel, I usually do a lot of skateboarding and family stuff, but I had to talk about Stan Lee. You guys have a great day. Go celebrate him.